I joined Ladies 95 through Mrs. Julian Godwin, wife of Mr. John Godwin, the then president of Sorokins International, while I was president, and she was the wife of Mr. John Godwin. At that time, Legacy 95 had its office at Bond Street, at Mr. Godwin's residence. The Godwins were good friends of my family, Gimbaneko. They got my husband William Moket and my cousin, architect Frank Gimbaneko, to join Legacy. At that time, Legacy 95 was involved in preserving old buildings in and around Lagos. This led to visits of old sites and tours outside Lagos. The Godwins were planning moving from Boy Street, so it became necessary to look for another place. Railway compound was the ideal place because people, especially expatriates, used to visit railway compound because of its landscape and green vegetation. How can we secure a place in railway compound? My husband William and I live in railway compound. Luckily, the railway MD then, Mr. Gregory Ulukwe, who is a relation, was ready to listen to my husband's request of granting us Quarter 17 to set up railway office and museum. On setting up Railway Museum, an office was created with John Godwin as the first president, followed by Mr. William Moket, then Mr. Harry Nook, then Chief Paul Martin, then Desmond Majekodo, and then Ike Okoye, then Shola, then Koko, then Soya Ali, now Mr. Taye, the current president. During these periods, we had trustees, along of which I was one of them to date. Legacy 95 has had a very many visitors, including a member of the British royal family. As a member of the board of trustees, a lot has been achieved with support from foreign companies. A lot needs to be done to increase the going on of Legacy 95. The Railway Museum, which is now the main focus of Legacy, needs to carry railway management on for uplifting the ideas of its objectives. Legacy is about to celebrate 30 years in office, which is a milestone in any organization. Publicity is very essential for people to know who we are, and Railway Authority to assist in showing its history and development of the railway system to date.
I came into Legacy about 2-3 years ago, meant for young people to know history. When we talk about history, somebody is supposed to know what has happened in the past and to be able to relate it to the younger people.
Yes, I think a lot has to be done, especially with officials. People take up this and they don't really live up to it, and they don't want to step aside. I think something has to be done because it doesn't help the organization at all. And people should also learn to contribute what they can, not just come looking around, come up with ideas, because no one is an island.
True.
And then again, with Legacy, you need to move around, visit more old buildings, more history.
like you used to do in those days, and you had visitors from even the royal house in the UK.
Conduct tours and publicity.
Conduct tours and publicity. I love that part.
Publicity is very necessary.
Daddy was in publicity too, right?
Oh yes.
Good. And then you mentioned something about the trustees. You said we had big men in trustees then, people from Coca-Cola and the like.
Yes, in those days, those are the people we go for. People who can really, they may not come, but they will contribute, they give money. All these big foreign companies, they are no longer there. All these projects like
Nestle,
all you need to do is tell them this is your problem, this is the problem we are having. And by the time you know very well, they send people and then they send money and things go on. But these days, of course, with most of the foreign companies, so it's difficult to use funds. So as a treasurer, I signed all the invoices and everything without knowing who is involved. But now
I am a librarian by profession. I happen to be a librarian all my life, 35 years in service. I retired from the National Museum Lagos as the head of the library. 3 years ago, I was employed as a curator through the effort of the present president, Mr. Taye Olani, who actually introduced me to this place, and it has been a lot of new experience. When I came in, there was no curator. Of course, there must have been curator, but there was no curator, and I was given the role of curator and admin secretary. I started out with Mr. Adiwale. He has all the experiences, and of course, I was able to be incorporated into the job of Legacy 1995, and due to so much pressure on us, we were doing so much for Legacy. We were doing so very much for Legacy, and we were given all the cooperation by the leadership. And of course, we had challenges. Of course, we have challenges, but the challenges have been tackled, especially in the area of deficit in infrastructural development. And now the president is doing well in that regards. We are doing so very well in all our challenges. We are meeting targets, and when I came in, we were not making much, but due to enough publicity, we are now doing well. We must have to thank all the management staff of this Legacy 1995. We have to thank management staff of the railways. They are doing very well. They are really doing very well, and we thank God for that.